This is Amy with Friends of the St. Clair River, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite animals, turtles. This is an eastern box turtle, and I assure you this is a video. She's just not very active today. Eastern box turtles are native to Michigan. There are actually several different species of box turtles in the US, but the eastern one is native to Michigan. A turtle's shell is actually part of its skeleton. It can't take it off and walk away. The shell is made of bone and is actually modified ribs. The reason these guys are called box turtles is because when they get scared, their defense is to actually pull their entire body into their shell and close up like a box. So she has a hinge right here where my thumb is, and that hinge can actually close up all the way if she's ever really scared. One of the most important things to know about box turtles is that they are not swimming turtles. So box turtles do not have webbed feet. You can kind of see they have claws at the end of each of their toes for climbing. So those are climbing feet, they're not swimming feet. And their shells also aren't really shaped for swimming. So if you ever find an eastern box turtle, whatever you do, don't throw it in the pond. They cannot swim. So there's a good look at those feet. You'll notice they are not webbed. There is a claw at the end of each of those toes, so she can climb over things, but she's not a swimming turtle. Something else to notice about them is their shells. So their shells help them to camouflage. If you notice the light and dark spots, it might kind of remind you of the sun filtering through the trees onto the dead leaves on a forest floor, so that helps her to blend in. Here's a better look at the box turtle's camouflage from the top. Box turtles spend their whole life in an area about the size of 3 football fields. If you move them, they'll do anything they can to try and get back. So the main difference between turtles and tortoises, most people think is that tortoises walk on land and turtles can swim. But like I said earlier, this guy cannot swim. So the difference between turtles and tortoises is actually what they eat. Tortoises are vegetarians, they eat almost only plants. But turtles are omnivores, and that means they eat plants and meat. So the box turtles like to eat things like strawberries and other berries they find in the forest, but they'll also eat slugs and snails and worms, basically anything that moves slower than they do. One of the main reasons I wanted to talk about turtles today is because this is the time of year that turtles start to get active. Female turtles are looking for a place to lay their eggs away from the water, so you often might see them near a road about to cross. It's okay to help them as long as you have an adult with you who can watch for traffic, and make sure you put the turtle in the direction that they were going. So if you find a turtle who's facing west and about to cross the road, make sure you pick him up and help him cross the road in the direction he was going. If you don't, he's just going to try to cross again. So if you see a turtle and you want to help it, it's okay. Just make sure that you have someone to help you. And watch out for things like snapping turtles. Maybe you want to leave those alone, but you can move the box turtles and the painted turtles across the road. One last thing about turtles. If you find a turtle in your backyard or near a pond or on your daily walk, is it okay to pick him up and take him home? It's actually not. Here in the state of Michigan, it is against the law to take a turtle from nature and make it your pet. This guy lives with me because she has lived in captivity her entire life. She's actually older than me, and she's lived in captivity her whole life. So she wouldn't know how to take care of herself in the wild, and that's why I have her. But I would never go out in nature and find an animal and bring it into my house just to make it my pet. And now I have her to help me teach other people about turtles. We hope you enjoyed learning about eastern box turtles, and if you ever find one in the wild, we'd love to hear about it.